CBS News legal analyst Lisa Bloom joins us from Los Angeles as well. Lisa, good morning.
Good morning.
So Warner Brothers say they fired Sheen because he admitted to felony offense involving moral turpitude. Can you explain that real quick?
Sure. Moral turpitude clauses are very common in entertainment contracts, but apparently Charlie Sheen was able to negotiate his down to a very narrow clause. We now know that it had to be not only an immoral act, but something that was also a felony. And Warner Brothers, buried on page 10 of their letter, says that is furnishing of cocaine to others as part of his self-destructive lifestyle. So they're saying that he actually gave cocaine to somebody else and that would be a felony under federal or state law.
And that was one of the items that he did admit to in one of his rants, correct?
Exactly. That's what Warner Brothers claims.
All right, well, let's talk about here in the past, though, because Warner, they've resigned Sheen after he has had problems before. He's been arrested. He's been charged with a felony. Now, Sheen's lawyers contend that at the time they were willing to sign him as long as it didn't mess with production schedules. So is there a problem here? Does Warner Brothers now have a problem with their position should this go to court?
Well, this letter that was just released really reframes the debate because, Chris, over the last couple of weeks, we've all been talking about the issue of whether his off-duty partying can justify his being fired from the show. Warner Brothers now says no. His behavior directly affected his ability to do the show. He showed up late. He missed rehearsals. He alienated others on the set. He poisoned the environment on the set. He was literally off balance and had to lean on props in order to do the show. So they're squarely hitting Charlie Sheen with the idea that he's fired for cause because he just wasn't able to perform.
All right, now some attorneys are calling Charlie the gift that keeps on giving. We saw the webcast rant last night. He looks as erratic and as unstable as we've seen him, and I think that's saying something. How is this going to affect him in the court of public opinion and also in an actual courtroom?
Well, court of public opinion, I think everyone can see this is a person who's clearly got some emotional problems, potentially alcohol and drug problems that are still in play. In court, the more he does this, the more he's harming his own case. Because as Warner Brothers points out in the letter, there's also a publicity clause, and this is standard, that the actor cannot talk about the show, talk about other people on the show, that's specifically barred by the contract. The more that he does that, the more he's in violation of the contract, and they're justified in terminating him.
Safe to say that he's not winning right now?
No, he's really not. I think he's somebody who clearly needs help. And I have to say that Warner Brothers, in their letter, does say they tried over and over again to help him. They even had a private plane standing by, ready to take him to rehab, and he just didn't take advantage of it.
All right, Lisa Bloom, thank you very much. Good to talk to you this morning.